Hi, hello. I know this is not the normal introduction to a vlog, but this vlog is kind of weird. It's two separate vlogs that I mushed into one because I never really completed either of them, so they felt incomplete on their own. But they both have kind of the same vibe. In one, I was trying to read a romantasy that was voted on by my patrons, and another one I was trying to read a couple of books before the end of May, and you will see whether or not I succeeded. But really, I guess this is just a vlog about depression, and not about depression, but it's been real bad lately, and I don't know, I've always been really open on here about that, and obviously I'm not doing my job right now, and so I was like, well, let's just film the reality of it, because some days it looks different, some days it looks stereotypical where I want to lay in bed all day. And anyway, I don't know. I don't really know what to call this vlog. I don't know what it'll be titled. I don't know if this is just going to be for patrons only, or if it will see or be shown to the wider public, but just wanted to kind of preface this, even though I don't know if I'm giving a great explanation. Okay, bye! Like a little insight into my mind. This TikTok just perfectly illustrated one thing.
Being skinny, probably every 10 to 15 minutes. Not because I'm conceited or up myself or whatever, but because I am a curvier girl. I hate the term curvy, like, I'm a little bit chubby, okay? And there is nothing wrong with that, but every fiber of my being tells me there is something wrong with that. I'm healthy, I'm fit, I'm able to do all of the things that I want to do, but for some reason, ignore the snail, for some reason, every 10 minutes, I'm like, my life would be better if I was skinnier. My clothes would fit so much better if I was skinnier. Like, it is a constant, crippling thought that I have every 10 to 15 minutes, and no matter how hard I try, I can't stop it. And yeah,
I'm hiding my face because I look atrocious. Robin said I had to get up at noon and stop my wallowing. I'm not happy about it. This heifer texted me at 11:55 saying, time's up. Anyway, I don't have a lot on my list today, but I'm gonna brush my teeth. And I'm gonna wash my hair and my body. And then we'll see. Are you happy, Robin? God, I showered. I washed my hair. But I have cramps now. What the fuck am I supposed to do with that? I think that's all I did that day was shower and wash my hair. Because this walk with Nigel was like at 7 p.m. Good morning. Another day. Robin said that I can wallow until noon. So it's 9:06. I have fed to Nigel. I am working on feeding myself. This is kale, peppers, onions, a hash brown. I want to put some sausage in there, and I need to scramble these eggs. And then I'm gonna make my coffee, and then I'm gonna get back in bed until noon, and then I will do productive things. Trying to not like beat. There's no way to beat a depressive episode, I don't think. But this is like I'm trying to I don't know. What's it called? Like cut it off, hedge. Like when you're trying to like beat somebody and come out in front of them or something. Like I'm trying to minimize. It is hard. Like I just want to lay in bed and melt into the mattress. But I'm trying. And I was reading something that I wasn't planning on reading, and I want to tell you about it later after breakfast. When I want things like this, I like to text multiple people for someone to hopefully tell me to go do it. And my friend was like, put Nigel in the car and he'll go get a Dr. Pepper. And so I'm like, well, so I just took the cover off of my bind. I haven't gotten too deep in it. So it's like, the both of you are saying, well, you said to, maybe, I don't know. I'd have to listen to your message again. I already forgot. Well, you said the project, crafting the code. So I'm going to craft and sip. Yeah. I'm going to go to Sonic. I need a beverage. We're going on a ride. You want to order something? Go order something? Nigel. Are you tired? Are you excited? Let me tell y'all something. Bookbinding is the most labor-intensive and expensive hobby that I have at the moment. It is so frustrating sometimes, and it has made me realize that at my big age, measuring is hard, okay? Cutting in straight lines, very difficult. Not getting glue everywhere, extremely hard. I was like, oh, this stuff is simple. So you will see me continuously measure and remeasure and trim and cut and then be like, oh, that was wrong. Let me measure it again. I've already sliced my finger once before. I'm glad I didn't this time, but like, yeah, it's teaching me a lot. Am I patient yet? I don't know, but you do have to be patient with this hobby. But I do like it. Like, I was watching Abbott in the background, but like, sometimes I would have to pause because I'm like, no, I gotta focus. I cannot measure and listen to a show at the same time. It's embarrassing. We had a long day. We're tired. I don't know if this vlog is gonna become a vlog. It's Wednesday. Usually I don't sleep super late, but I stay in bed later. But today I slept till 9, which is impressive. And I didn't get out of bed till 10, so Nigel's eating. And I just took my medicine, and I am hungry, but I don't want like breakfast food, and I don't really have anything else ready, so I don't know what to eat. I really just want to lay in bed. But I'm trying to do something every day, and like I need to weed my garden, because it's just obviously gonna get worse. But like, well, now it's 10, but even at like 8:30, it's already 80 degrees. It's like overcast right now, so I don't know if I should try to do it now or like wait until like the evening time when I usually walk Nigel. Cool weather is long gone, but you know, if it's not blazing or as hot, it'd be nice. I also want to work on the garage. And yesterday I did edit a video, but I need to go back through and like add some music and like fine tune it for the final edit, because I haven't posted anything this week. I don't know. I want to tell you about the book I read, because I thought it was excellent. But when I try to get on camera and talk about it, I just feel like I have... Nigel, I don't know. I'm going to try again to tell you about it. Maybe when I make coffee, but I have to figure out what to eat first. And Nigel, I don't know if I included any of my bookbinding, but it's still on the table. At some point, I want to finish that today, because I did use my Cameo to cut out the design last night, and so I have the cover and everything, so that's dry. So I'll just need to do a lot of weeding of the design and then iron it onto the cover and then put the text block in, and so I would like to finish that today. I find that bookbinding, even though it is challenging for me, that it's like a good thing. It takes a lot of energy and like focus. So that's something that's good for me to do. That's, you know, different than just reading. And I can't just be laying in bed and doing it, which is also good. But y'all know I love being horizontal anyway. It's Wednesday. I don't know how much I'll get done today. Every day I hope that I feel a little bit better, and I don't. So I'm gonna figure out something to eat, and I'll be back. Okay, I just made a big smoothie. Because the sun came back out, and I didn't even go outside, but I was like, oh, it makes me hot. Even though I'm inside and the AC is on, it's very cool. So I just felt like doing this. So since I'm right here, this was the original cover that I made for this bind that I have since removed. The problem was I did not trim it down enough, so I don't know if I showed the video, but like it came out too far on the sides of the book. And also, I have a problem. I can't get a good crease right here. So that's what I was trying to do last night. So I have that, oops, right here under these cookbooks pressing down because it kind of like warps from the glue. But I kept my original text block. I just ripped it out of there. I'm not reprinting and reselling this. I'm just gonna re-glue this into the new case. But this is the part that you have to print from the vinyl cutting machine. And so I printed this last night. Well, I printed most of it. I still have to print the text separately. But I printed this design. And this time on the back, I printed these apples to do a full thing on the back. And then I changed the font for the spine. So hopefully, because like I love how this looks, but it just wasn't cut right. And the board is too wide because this design was supposed to be almost the entire thing. So that's what I am gonna do today. Bookbinding, a never-ending journey of cutting and glue and random tools and parchment paper. But hopefully it comes out how I wanted. It looks like got a good crease for the cover. I need to fidget, so and I'm trying to hide my appearance. So this is my thing. I use this silicone, I think, brush because the glue just dries clear and I can peel it off. And then I have these little things I put glue in, and so I can just peel it off. Nigel, I try to scrape as much glue back into the thing as I can if I didn't finish using it, but anyway, I'm gonna pick at this. I really do not have the energy to go outside and weed. Like, it's not super bad, and that's why every day I'm like, Jessica, let's do it now before it gets super bad. But I, like, 1 hour of gardening makes me feel like I spent 10 hours outside under the direct sun. Like, it wipes me out, my back hurts. So I don't know, but I actually need to get back to the book I was actually supposed to be reading, the Carissa Broadbent one. I'm only like 10% in, and I was like, I need to at least get to like 25 and give it a fair shot since it was a patron vote before I decided to DNF it. But like, it is very early on, but nothing has like grabbed me. But that could change. Something just happened. So anyway, I'm gonna finish my smoothie, tidy up my glue scraps and such, and I'll see what I do next. I'm like, I wish I had a good audiobook to help me straighten stuff in the garage, but I don't think I have one. Or not one that I could just listen to by itself. I've been having to do hybrid reading with a lot of audiobooks. So, womp womp. All of my biggest mugs are Christmas mugs. I obviously need to invest in some larger non-Christmas mugs, or not, because these work perfectly fine. But it's like hot outside, but there's also like a breeze that keeps coming through. So we're just sitting here looking at my patchy grass, Nigel's toy, and that piece of thing that blew up. I gotta go throw that in the trash. But yeah, there's a nice breeze that keeps coming. So I just made my coffee and I'm out here because he likes to be out here. Oh, Bookie. You like to be out here? So you can listen and sniff. What's that? What's that, Bookie? What'd you hear? They're building a house over there. He is president of the Neighborhood Watch, if you didn't. Oh my God, what is happening? This is my gardening fit, my hat. I reapplied sunscreen. leggings, and then I have socks that cover my ankles. I was gonna wear long sleeves, but I think I might pass that if I do that. So now I have to go in this garage. It has a lot of stuff in it. And that's on the list to find my tools. Hopefully this doesn't take too long. Somebody, sir, Nigel, go back to your place. No, go back to your place. Go back to your place. He wants to be outside in the heat, but he needs to shade. Anyway, I need another plant here. And see, the weeds aren't super bad, but they've started, so I should just go ahead and get them. And then maybe another plant here. But like, it's just a little bit, so hopefully this doesn't take me super long. There's more back there in the rocks, though. So that's what I'm gonna do. It's fucking hot. Good job. Good boy. Didn't take too long. It's fucking hot. And this dog loves being in the heat. That's gonna be a wrap for me outside. Taking a break to put up some books that were in the garage. Then I'm gonna put on Pango and maybe on Facebook. Back up. People don't want you sniffing their books. Back up. Nigel, sit down. Come here.
To find some balance in my life, but I never really put up a fight. Didn't follow my dreams, and now I'm losing sleep. What if I lost touch? What if I'll never get it right? I try to follow my heart, but I lost it somehow. Wish that someone could say it'll all be okay. Just listen to me as I say. Slow it down, dreams still yours.
Okay, I tried to sit up. My phone is not working. I've got one. I've got the front weeded because my text is going over these big gold spots, but it's apples. I don't know if you can tell. That's one. Oh, my neck hurts. How the fuck do I keep this from rolling together? Son of a bitch. So this gets ironed on to the text, the case, but I'm not doing that just yet. I still have this entire thing to weed because you can't tell, but this is all apples. This is for the back. I did already do the spine. That was very simple. So I've weeded that. And then you can't, it's very hard to see. But on here is the text that I'll need to weed. That won't take long. It'll be these him apples right here. They're gonna take a while. But I need a Dr. Pepper break, lol. They look like shit. Anyway, we're in bed. It started thunderstorming. It's still going, but it's not raining as hard as it was. But I've been he and ha-hawing on TikTok. But I was like, oh yeah, I need to read this fucking book. So I'm gonna put the audio back on and I'm gonna color on my iPad. Yeah. This is such a lazy vlog. I don't know if you can tell. So I don't know how much of this book I've read. I'm listening to it. It doesn't tell me the percentage, but it still says at 2 times speed that I have 5 hours left. Like, my God. So you got this main character. Her name's like Oriah. She's a human, right? But she was found when she was younger by this like king of the vampires. And he's taking care of her. And now there's this basically this thing that happens every, is it 100 years? This thing, I already forgot the name of it. Some basically like some competition that you can enter. And if she wins, oh, big yawn. Then she's like the next most powerful person under him. Nigel, they're trying to see, oh, maybe they can't even see you in the camera. Okay, here. Look at him. Oh. Look at you. So that's this thing, right? So I didn't even know before I started there's vampires, but that's the thing. She's a human. She lives amongst vampires. Her pseudo father, the man who rescued her. Okay, well, bye then. Damn. Pseudo dad, whatever. The man who rescued her is like, I'm the only one who can make a promise to like keep you safe. Because, you know, you're a human amongst vampires. So she has come of age. So she's entered this thing. This big, dangerous game thing. Because if she wins again, she gets granted this power by the goddess or whatever of this world. So she's in it. And there's, did they say 4 different, like, competitions? And she's made it. They just made it through the second one. And I say they because, of course, she's, like, aligned with some other people. Most of the other people in the competition are vampires. And she's a human. And I'm like, of course, she's going to be good and survive. I'm just... It's fine. That's all I got. Like, I don't find her particularly interesting. I'm not like wowed by anything. I don't think the world is any... I don't feel like I have a good grasp of the world to have an opinion. And there's a dude who she's probably gonna end up gonna be her boo or something. So yeah, I'm assuming she's gonna win, or there's gonna be something where it's gonna be like her and him win or something. So yeah, I'm just like, okay, it's fine. That's all I got. I guess I could keep listening to it, but I don't know. Maybe I'll pause for tonight and start up tomorrow. No, I already laid down. I've been up most of the day because today I was like, oh, I'm going to make myself do all these things that I don't get to lay in bed and wallow all day. So once I got up, even though I didn't get up till 10, I didn't get back in this bed till like 8 o'clock, which was a long time. So I got my gardening done. I took Nigel on a walk. And after I did my gardening, I was like sweeping out our like front entryway. I did a little bit of organization in the garage. I cleaned my bathroom. I washed some towels and my bath mats. And I worked on my bind. And of course I cleaned up my dishes from eating today. And I thought I was gonna finish my bind today. But the weeding took so long that, and then the storm started. I was like, you know, I'm just gonna go lay down. So it was a productive day. Keeping myself busy really didn't allow me to wallow that much. I guess that's good. But anyway, yeah, I guess I'll pick this book up tomorrow. Hopefully I can finish it tomorrow or by the next day. But I'm like, God damn, how do I still have 5 hours left? Like, come on. Hi, Pookie. We came in from a walk and I'm just sitting here because I'm trying to convince myself not to go lay down and cry. And he just keeps laying down. Robin told me I can't go to bed till 7 p.m. and it's like 12:30. I haven't had any coffee though, so I'm gonna make a coffee and read. Listen to some more of this book. Maybe it'll get better. I really need to deep clean my floors. We'll see. I just want to go lay in bed and take a Xanax and go to bed. Maybe cry a little bit beforehand, you know, but I guess not. Okay, I'm trying to hide myself because I look like shit, but I just want to show you my finished thing. So this was the old cover. It's the same design, but better. See, this case is too big because you see all this green here. This is the spine, and this is the back. I just did something plain. But here is the new one, cut down to size, way better. So obviously not all the green space on the side, but the same design. And then this spine, I will say that I didn't measure it correctly. So like I have these two apple pies on the end, and this one is off of the end a little bit, but I changed the font. So compared to this one. And then obviously this was the old back and this is the new back, which required a lot more work, but it is way more beautiful. Now there is some places where I forgot to weed some of it, and then some of it where it didn't stick perfectly when I was ironing it down, but from afar it looks beautiful. And then I just did black end pages, which this is probably like the best they've lined up so far. So just black end pages, and this is obviously the text that I took out of this one because I wasn't redoing that. And then still deckled edges because I don't have a guillotine, but this is definitely my best bind thus far. Yes. Wait, this way. Yes. And you see I did not complete that first vlog. That was the last clip I have. And I did not finish that book. I DNF'd it. I was so bored I didn't care. So the next clip you will see will be from Friday, May 30th. And the previous clip was Thursday, May 23rd. So a week went by and then I was like, oh, let me do this vlog of me trying to finish these books before the end of May. So here's the next part of this, whatever we're calling it. Hello, good morning. Oh, you're so sleepy? What's wrong? Won't you lay down? Won't you lay back down with Mama? Come on, lay down. You don't want to lay down? I want to lay down with Mommy. You lay down with Mommy? Can Mommy have a kiss? No. Why you look so sad? Why you look so sad, Pookie? Oh, you sad boy. Okay, Pookie. I know you want to get up. It's like, I don't know what time it is. 9 something. And I'm obviously still in bed because I'm exhausted, always. But I guess I need to get up and start this little 48-hour vlog I'm trying to do. Can't we just vlog from bed, Nini? Can't we just vlog from bed? Oh, big yawn. Oh, big yawn. Welcome back to the cabinet. Hey, hi, hello. It's morning time. I've had a headache right here for like 3 days. It's 9:41 and I'm gonna make Nigel's breakfast. I don't want to eat, but my stomach is growling, so I'm gonna eat something. But like, shockingly, this round of depression, I don't want to eat, which is very not me. Usually I just want to eat everything, and I'm only eating because my stomach is like, girl. So, feed Nigel, feed myself something. My goal of this vlog is it's Thursday, the 30th. So obviously tomorrow's the 31st, last day of May. And I have 2 books that I want to finish before May. And there are also 2 ARCs that I have on NETGALLEY. One, the book has already come out, but I'm still reading it so I can leave a review. And that's The Warm Hands of Ghost by Catherine Arden. I'm only 25% into that one. And then I have The Coin, which is not out yet, which I'm more like 40-something% into, by Yasmin. I'll have to put it here. But those are 2 that I have ongoing that I can finish by midnight
tomorrow, and I have reading specials with my patrons tomorrow night also to help. So that's the point of this vlog, is to get through those books. And I think once I read those two, then outside of the bindery books that I have on NetGalley, I'll be up to date with my NetGalley. So that's not really a theme, but that's the plan for this vlog. Oh, I just have to, like, here's my thing. And this, I'm calling round of depression that I've been in. This is the worst it's been since I have discovered, or since I have started reading fan fiction again. So I've been reading a lot, but I have not been reading a lot of published works. I've been reading a lot of fan fiction. So I spend the majority of my day in bed either reading, or obviously I do scroll TikTok. I haven't watched a lot of TV, or sleeping. That's really what I've been doing. I feel like a very bad dog parent, but that's just been how it's been. So anyway, I'm gonna swap. I just finished another fanfic last night, so these next 2 days I'm gonna read these 2 novels, get those out of the way. Also today, I need to use this tomato. I bought stuff to make a sandwich, but I didn't buy the bread because I have this bread recipe I want to make. So I need some caffeine so I can stay out of bed and make this bread recipe. So I'm gonna make some bread. Hopefully it comes out good. And those are my big things. Reading, make some bread, try not to sleep the majority of the next 48 hours. So we shall see. Okay, thanks. My breakfast I cobbled together today was, I did boil 2 eggs yesterday. And so I made egg salad. And then I'm just having that with some of these pretzel thins, or pretzel crisp. I like the everything flavored ones. And then I have this random, I just have some strawberries, cherries, and pineapple. And then this is the last of some Simply Lemonade. It's like 75% Simply Lemonade and the rest is water. Breakfast champions, right? I don't know. You know what time it is. Okay, this recipe is from TikTok, because of course it is. Why would I use one of the recipe books that I have? Is that what they're called? Recipe books? Cookbooks? Like, I literally have one specifically on bread. But wow, I only have 33 minutes left on this memory card, so let's get it popping. My beautiful bowl. Could have been bad. This is weird doing with one hand, but it's supposed to be stretching and folding, but it's already kind of in a ball. So, gloomy. It's time for Nigel to catch up on his social media, on his P-mail. Was it a good walk? You tired? Okay. this lighting is terrible. I don't care. So we're back from our walk, obvi, and I still have like 28 minutes before on the timer left for my bread. And so I figured I would talk about these books really quick. So The Warm Hand of Ghost. I don't know why I want to keep calling it The Warm Hand of Kindness. I don't think that's what it's called. I loved The Bear and the Nightingale, the Winter Night trilogy by Catherine Arden. So I was like, okay, definitely gonna read this one. I meant to read it a while ago, but I'm getting around to it now. So this is set in like World War I, and we start in Canada, in Halifax. And our POV at first is, I'm so terrible with names, but the main character, and she's worked as a nurse. She was over in like France, but got injured and got sent back. So she's been helping in Canada. And her brother also is serving in the military. He's a year or two younger, a little bit younger than her. And he's in France as well. But, you know, things have happened as they do in war. And this is obviously time before we had technology to give us instant updates. So she is wondering how her brother is doing. And so essentially, she is getting like mixed messaging if he's alive or not. And she wants to go back to France to look for him. And so it ends up being her and these two other ladies who end up getting on a ship to go back. They all have their various reasons why they're going over there. That's about as much as far as I've gotten that I can say without being spoilery, because then we're getting a POV from the brother, but it's before. So like the POV with the sister is like, I think February of like, let's say 1919. I don't think that's the right year, but or whatever. I'm just using it as an example. But the brothers is like in November of 1918. So like we're a little bit different timelines here. And so we've gotten that. And he has encountered a German soldier. And so, okay, that's all I can say so far. Of course, I love Catherine Arden's writing, and I'm just intrigued to see where this story goes. Like I said, I'm only like 20% in, so still a lot to cover. In the coin, so one of my subscribers, Molly, hi Molly, was talking about, because she's a bookseller, books that she had read and had brought a couple of them up, but I looked at the coin, it looked very interesting. It's by a Palestinian author. And so the coin is so interesting. And the premise, what it tells you, I think once I finish this, I'll have a better idea of how to pitch this book, because I don't think the premise does a good job, because it's saying like this Palestinian American, like she moves to America, to New York City, and she ends up teaching at like this private school for underprivileged boys. It also ends up into a scheme selling like fake Birkin bags. I don't know if that's the best way to describe this book. It is first person, and it is truly a stream of consciousness, of interesting matter. It starts out and I'm concerned for her. Again, I'll have a better idea of how to give you a synopsis once I finish it, but it's just like, you're getting a lot of her thoughts on like, I don't know, I don't want to like diagnose something, but she is very meticulous about being clean, like her body. So we get a lot of descriptions about like cleanliness and her routines and washing and shaving and all of these things. Just like the way she handles her relationships. She has a very unique style of teaching that's not necessarily like following along with the curriculum, but she really doesn't have anyone like kind of looking over her. So she's kind of doing what she wants to do. And you're just hearing her thoughts just about like money, and it is something. So there's my poorly lit update with my cluttered couch in the background. But while I'm waiting for my bread, I've been listening to on repeat, I've been listening to the SOS album by SZA. That's what I was listening to on the walk. And I'm like, Jessica, we just can't sit here and like ruminate on SZA. We need to do stuff. So while I wait for my bread, which I need to look at the next step. I don't know if I should go ahead and preheat the oven or not. But I'm gonna jump back in, I think, to the coin first. It's gonna be the one I try to tackle since I'm further along in that one. And it would be nice if I could finish it today. I'll be back with an update. Okay, they're ugly. Per usual, when I make bread, they're ugly, but they're, you know, baked. So now I've got to give them a little time to cool before I can make my sandwich. It's already fucking 2 o'clock and I still haven't had lunch. I should have started this a lot earlier. God damn it. I finished the coin. I still don't even know how to explain what it is. It's just a stream of consciousness of someone who is going through it. But is not really seeking help. It's just a continuous, like I said, stream of consciousness of her teaching, because I don't know if you could call her methods teaching, and the weird things that she does with her class, not like weird in like an inappropriate way, but like she's not really teaching them like she should be. She's invited, like there's one part where she invites someone to the class and I don't like how he interacted with the students, like how he treated them, what she tells her students, the stuff she ignores. I don't know. And then of course there's more of the cleaning rituals and like cleaning and shaving, some random sexcapades. We do get a little bit of this Birkin bag scheme, but it's not like the main plot of the book. In my review that I wrote in NetGALLEY, also on Goodreads, I'm like, but is there a plot? I don't know. It's so, my arm hurts. Okay. And the downside was something not being out yet, so there's not a lot of reviews for other people, because usually not like I'm trying to copy, but sometimes people can just put into words what you can't. And so the people who have not rated highly have kind of just said the same thing. Like it just felt very disjointed, and I feel like there was a point where they didn't get the message of the story, which I didn't. I don't know what the message of the book is. So I will be interested once it comes out and more people read it to read more reviews and see other people's thoughts, but it was not for me. And so I should get back to the warm hand of ghosts, but of course I'm like, well, maybe I could get me a little 40,000 word fanfic in first. I am ill. Well, my tummy hurts, so I'm drinking a ginger ale and laying down, but also because it's my first time being horizontal since I got up this morning. But yeah, I don't know what to do. I'm like, girl, read The Warm Hands of Ghosts or whatever it's called, but I just want a little fanfic snack first, you know what I'm saying? Am I sitting in the dark? Yes. I mean, there's light there. It's like, I can't read the clock this far. It's fuzzy. It's 11 something. I think it's 11:30. Could be 11:50. Not sure. It's blurry from here. But I've just been sitting here. I had my coffee and I was keying at TikToks. And I've just been talking to my friend back and forth. And my hair looks a mess, so it's good that I'm in the dark. But I've just been sitting here. It's almost noon. Or 30 minutes to noon. I don't know again the time. I haven't read anything. Did have breakfast. Nigel had breakfast. We went on a walk. But I haven't done anything else but sit here and on my phone. And it's been great. I did get up to dance a couple times because I may have watched a couple of the TikToks multiple times. Blame Glorilla. Don't blame me. Anyway, I did get to 60% in my book last night. Into the Hands of Ghost. Bitch, I don't remember what this book is called, but it really started getting good. Like, it's been good, you know, but it was really starting to get intriguing. That last 20% I was reading, because I was wondering what was fantastical about this, or did I have it wrong and it was just a historical fiction? And now I see. I look like shit. So let me get it together and then I'll come back. Okay. In our background today, we have a grumpy Nigel. Where is he? Right. He's over there. Anyway, okay, so I went and so I could look better in the camera view here. But anyway, I want to tell you about this book. Wherever I put it, let's say I put it here. Sorry, Nini. Okay, so this book, like I said just a minute ago, I was confused whether I had mixed it up because I thought there was something fantastical in the story or if it was just historical fiction, because at first I was really just giving historical fiction, but that element has entered the chat and I don't want to say what it is. And there are probably people who picked up on what that was sooner than I did, but I was like, at first wondering it was just kind of like just kind of like a paranormal element or not. But anyway, that has come about. It is very clear to me now, and I am really enjoying myself. So, like I said, this is World War I. I'm pretty sure. I think the main character's name is Laura, and her brother's name is Freddie. They were both serving in either France or Belgium, and she as a nurse, he in the military, and she was injured and sent back to Canada where they're from. He doesn't know that, but she is in Canada, hasn't heard from him in a while, and she's received mixed mail about her brother and whether he's alive or not. So she and two other women go back there between France and Belgium, which I know are border each other, but every chapter will say like the month and where they are. So she gets back on a ship to go trying to find answers about her brother, but we're also getting POVs from her brother and what's happening with him, but there's like a couple months difference in their timelines. So now I'm like, now that I've realized what is happening, I'm even more invested. Like, the story was already good. I love Catherine Arnold's writing. But once could be a point off of the book, because it took me until almost the 50% mark. I would say around like 40% to really become invested, because then I was like, ooh, I'm seeing things in these two timelines, and and now that's changed my mind about where this story is going, because I had a different prediction at first. And so I will say I don't have like an overwhelming connection to any of the characters like I did in her Winter Night trilogy. I still am interested to see what happens to them. I'm, concerned, I'm worried, but I'm not like, oh my God, invested. This is my favorite character. So it's not a 5-star. It can't be a 5-star for me because I'm not invested in the characters, and I'm at 61%. So unless something, cray happens, but I am very interested to see where this is going to go, if they find each other, like if they end up finding each other, if their timelines intersect, or if what happens to her brother and how she finds out, and this other thing, the thing that's in the book. And granted, this could have been very clear in the synopsis. I didn't read the synopsis, And I'm not going to tell you if it is or not, because I don't like that. That's my problem. Why I don't read many synopses of books is because it'll give away something that, like, if you're reading it and you come across it and start putting it together, it's way more exciting than already knowing that was going to happen. You know what I'm saying? So it could be in the synopsis. I'm not sure. But anyway, that's my vague update because I can't tell you much, but I am enjoying it. I'm going to finish it today. I don't know if I'll be able to finish it before sprints. My sprints start at 6:30 and it is 12 something. I don't know why I look back like I can see the time. Like I can tell, but I can't, it gets blurry at a distance. And like my microwave is back there and I have no clock. I told Andrew we need a fucking clock. Like I don't have cables. I don't have a cable box that has time on it. I need a clock. I need a wall clock. Anyway, that's my update. So I don't know. It's supposed to be thunderstorming again today. We did go for a walk, but I don't have any plans to do anything. I need to edit. I don't know if that's going to happen. I also really want to buy a color printer. I know that you're just like, Jessica, what does that have to do with anything? It doesn't. It's just that I want the next binding project I want to work on. I really want to print it with color. Because right now I have a black and white printer, toner printer. Anyway, that's just another thing. I should start some laundry. I should do some cleaning. Like I said, I should edit, but you know, my back hurts. So I'm gonna go in the bed and I'm gonna put my heating pad on and I'm gonna continue this book and I will give you an update. As much of an update as I can. I don't even know if this vlog will ever make it out to the thing because it doesn't seem like there's a lot in this here vloggy vlog, but we will see, you know? I don't know how many times I talk to the camera and it never makes it off of the memory card. See, this is why I like to stay in bed because I got up, I was like, oh, I should feed Nigel and I can feed myself. So if you hear Nigel eating, that's what he's doing. Why? I'm up, I pick Nigel up, somehow I fall. I just start falling. I fall into the window, knock over my entire nightstand. Like the whole thing tips over, water bottle, water everywhere. Luckily it misses my iPad, scratch my leg. Like what? This is why I should remain horizontal. Anyway, that's my update. Additionally, I forgot I had this out because I wanted to talk about it briefly because Tor sent this to me. I think it was Tor. Yes, Tor. And so I read whatever the other, I don't know, I don't think these are related, but this is When Among Crows by Veronica Roth. And I read a novella by Veronica Roth last year, Arch Conspirator. Nigel, hey. And so they just sent me this one and it says, we bear the sword and we bear the pain of the sword. So let's see. This says that this is drawing from Slavic folklore and asking if redemption and atonement can be found in embracing what we fear most. So, Nigel, I know the other one was like was it a Greek retelling? Or it was like based on some kind of mythology or something. I don't know. I don't know much about this. They just sent it to me, so I figured I could read it. It's like, it's 150 pages, so this is longer, I think, than the last one. But it says, step into a city where monsters feast on human emotions, knights spilt their souls to make their weapons, and witches always take more than they give. Excuse you, Nigel. Anyway, thank you, Dor. Also, I put this on Instagram, but I got a finished copy of Evocation by S.T. Gibson from Angry Robot, and they'd already sent me an ARC. So thank you for a finished copy. This is a beautiful edition, and this was a fun story. Look at that. Oh my god. So again, thank you to Angry Robot for this finished copy. And then finally, this is something I bought myself that has nothing to do with books, but it's more of a nostalgia thing because I could never afford this back in the day when it was super popular. And so I got myself Vera Wang Princess. Look at this. Look how fucking cute this is. One, the heart, okay? But also this cap. This is like this looks like you could put it on if you wanted to as like a ring. Look how cute that is. I don't know whose finger this fits on. Ooh, no, ooh. I don't want to push it too far. I feel like it'll get stuck. Anyway, I just think it's so cute. It still smells as good as I remember, and it was on sale on Fragrance, was it Fragrance Net? For only $25. Anyway, memories. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and make myself lunch. I want to tell you more about the book, but I can't. That it's not spoilery, but know that we're starting to see some overlappage in the timeline. There's a person in both timelines. You see how from is I don't know how this is gonna come together, but I'm curious. I don't know if I said it, I'm at 74%, so I will be finishing, no problem. I don't know, it depends on what time Andrew gets home and bothers me. If I'll finish before sprints or if I'll finish during sprints, but. Does anyone else have a dog that's allergic to outside, who loves to be outside? I told him, lay here. He wants to lay in the grass. Great. I'm kind of doing a mini meal prep, so I made this pasta salad, but I'm about to make this steak salad. I don't have everything the recipe calls for, so I might be changing it up a bit.
that's a wrap. As you see, two very incomplete vlogs, but there you have it. I did complete 2 books, maybe 3. Did I talk about them much? A little bit, kind of. I don't remember. At this point of editing this started at 4 hours and 5 minutes of footage. It is now down to 1 hour and 9 minutes. I can't stand to listen to myself anymore, so I don't remember what I said, okay? So, mayhaps I told you about those books, mayhaps I didn't. This was just life, my reality. So, I hope you enjoyed it. But, if anything, I hope that if you're struggle bussing with me, that you feel, I don't know, supported, encouraged, seen. I'm here with you on the struggle bus with my dog snoring in the background. But as much as we often feel like burdens, I would like to say that your friends, your family would rather hear you talk about what's going on than not hearing from you at all. So anyway, shout out to all my people and shout out to y'all. Okay, stay blessed, hydrated, moisturized, and sunscreen. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.